Hi everyone, it's Liz here from Gather No Moss. Today I'm going to tell you about some changes that have been going on at Manchester Terminal 3 Airport. I've recently just come back from a trip to the UK, and for Ryanair customers only, you are not going in to check in at Terminal 3. Even though the flights leave from Terminal 3, that's not the place that you go to check in and go through the airport. So what I thought I would do is give you a quick run through of how the changes take place, what's happening, and so people feel confident about going to an alternative terminal. So watch along, and I hope this is useful. And if anyone's got any questions or anything they want to ask me, please don't hesitate to ask me, because it really is quite a big change, and it's good that you need to know about this. So there's a couple of things I just want to tell you about as you're getting dropped off. So when you're dropped off at Terminal 3, obviously the person that's dropping you off can drive through to the gate area and pay the fee there, which is £5 or £6. I'm not sure what it is nowadays. But Terminal 1 is different, and my son got caught out. So you're supposed to go online and put your registration number in and then pay the fee within 12 hours of dropping somebody off. Now he forgot, typical lad's situation, but then he's just now had a parking fee for £60, and there was no leniency there. You couldn't have a doing it late fee or anything like that. So he'd gone on after the 12 hours, probably a day later, something like that, and he wasn't able to pay and has to pay £60 now. So just beware of that for anybody that's dropping you off. Once you're dropped off, if you, as you're facing the terminal, go to the far left hand side, you'll see there's a big door there, and there's a big sign that's saying Ryanair there as well. So go in that door for Ryanair, and right ahead of you are all the check-in desks. So if you've got luggage to check in, that's the area to go. Now do beware at this point that if you don't have luggage to check in, there's a gate A and a gate B. The gate A is on the right hand side and the B is on the left hand side. Now don't do what I did, which was trek all the way to gate A, and I found out that that was the fast track area for Ryanair customers. So go to the left and go to gate B. If you've just got carry-on luggage, go to gate B. Now there is a little bit of a walk there. We got on some lifts at that point, and the people that were around me we all got in the lift, but it is a bit of a walk. If you are not so good at walking, I would strongly advise that at this point you try and get some assistance, because there is a lot of walking to do at the moment, transferring round the back corridors as it is from Terminal 1 now back to Terminal 3. So just be very aware of that. Everything's brilliantly signposted, so you won't get lost, but just to be aware of those little pitfalls. So the next area you then walk into is obviously where you show your boarding card, and they have the machines as normal, and then you're into the security area. And I've taken quite a bit of footage of this security area because it was a bit chaotic. So once you've shown your boarding card and gone through the security area there, you then join a queue in Terminal 1 to go through the main bag check area. Now, this queue was a lot longer than I've ever experienced in Terminal 3, and it really was quite chaotic. I mean, I've given you an idea there from what you can see on the video. I didn't like to video too much because I know they don't like you videoing the security areas, but it really was busy. There were long queues, and all I would say to you is just have lots of patience. They were trying their best to get everyone through as quickly as possible, but obviously you're getting the traffic from two lots of terminals going through the one security area. One thing that is very useful is that you don't need to get your plastic bags with your anything that's liquid out of your bags. So there were signs reminding you of that. You could leave that all in there. So that was great. And the rest of it was the same as going through Terminal 3 really, apart from leave your plastic bags inside your luggage. Everywhere that I was walking throughout the whole journey, I have to say there was great signage from Ryanair. every few meters there were signs pointing you in the right direction. So don't worry that you don't know where you're going, but you do feel like you're walking all of the back corridors. If you are struggling with your walking, or if you have any sort of handicap whatsoever, or disability, I would say get some sort of assistance, because it really was quite a lot of walking. I have a bit of a dodgy knee, and I did feel towards the end of it that it was a lot of walking. So I really would suggest that you get some assistance. If you're a Ryanair customer travelling from Terminal 3 that is now Terminal 1, definitely order some assistance. So as you're walking along, you start coming out in some of the corridors with the big windows, and you can see there that you've got lots of Ryanair flights outside, so you know that you're heading in the right direction, really. So that's quite reassuring. You also start getting the screens with the flight information as well, so you can check that along the way. And you keep walking and keep walking along the corridors, and what you will come to eventually are some escalators, and you need to go up the escalators. Once you've gone up those escalators, you will suddenly recognize where you are, because you're right back at where you would have come through in Terminal 1 after you'd had your luggage checked and gone through security. So you've sort of walked a great big circle round the back, which is a bit frustrating really, but it is clearly marked. It is a bit of a walk, but you do get the benefit of going through beautiful Terminal 1 duty-free area. So then I felt quite reassured once I recognised where I was and where I was walking, and then I knew that where I had to get to in order to find out the information. And you end up actually along the corridors going into Terminal 3's duty-free area, and shops and cafes and restaurants as well. And then you know where you are, and it was very, very quiet when I was there. You'll see from the film that there was hardly anyone around. I don't know why at that time. I was flying on a Saturday night, but there was hardly anyone around. It was lovely to sit there, plenty of seats, and everything was operating as normal. All the bars, cafes, shops and everything. So you could then have your rest and relax really before your flight. So I hope you found this useful. Do have a good look at it. Take it along the film if you need to, just to see where you're going, so you can get a little bit of a guide. But just beware. And from what I believe, this is going to be an ever-changing situation. So keep reading Ryanair notes if you are a frequent traveller, to find out what's going on. Certainly for us, we're going back again in about a month's time to the UK. So again, we'll have to see what's happening on our return. Flying in, don't worry about that. You fly into Terminal 3 as normal. So I believe that eventually Terminal 1 will be turning into Terminal 3. So that's going to be a fantastic all refurbished terminal, and that's where Ryanair will eventually be going from altogether for arrivals and departures. So let's just see how long that takes. So I hope you found it useful. If you have, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, like, and any more information that I think will be useful, I will do a vlog on that as well. Thanks very much. Bye.